What's up, y'all? How we doing today? What's up, man? I know that we're all here for one reason, and that's the title, my experience at the Groundlings. For the most part, you're either interested in going into the Groundlings, or you're already in the Groundlings, or you're moving on from the Groundlings. See, if you're moving on from the Groundlings, then I don't know if this is for you, but I'm saying like moving on like levels as far as from workshop A to audition to basic, this is the right place to be. So what I'm going to be talking about is my experience. Of course, that's literally what is wrong with me? That's literally what we're talking about. Okay, so I went through 3 levels at the Groundlings. I'm going to continue to study there. Right now I'm taking a tiny little break because I have a couple other things on my plate, so I'm not able to go back. But for the most part, I'm going to be talking about what I did go through when I was there. Disclaimer, let's please ignore these hats over here. I have something that I'm going to be doing up here, and I have also these bags. Let's like not talk about this either because I'm going to be fixing my room. Alrighty, so this is also not my natural hair. This is like I decided to braid it last night and look like Lana Lewis today. My experience at the Groundlings. Let's start off with number 1. If I keep looking down this way, it's because I have my computer there, which is basically telling me how to stay in track. I started off this year in January. February. I'm gonna say January. February? Honestly? We're in June already? Whoa. Oh my god, we're about to go into July. Oh, okay, so yes, everything happened this year. Damn. Whoa, time. Everything happened this year. Great. I started off like around January, February. I started off with workshop A. So basically, I started off workshop A. You don't need to audition to get into workshop A. That's the cool thing about that one. It's you just get to buy it, and then after you buy it, you basically go to the class and do your little thing. So basically, sorry if I say basically too much. I don't know why I do that. Anyways, so when you start off with workshop A, what you do is it's 3 weeks. It's 6 sessions and it's 3 hours each class. And depending on what days you get it, because my classes were Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. to like 1 p.m., which is great. You know, I didn't mind. It was a good start to school. But I know that other people have them like on Saturdays and only Saturdays. So it'd be like, you know, I had 2 classes per week. And so that was only 3 weeks. Anyways. So workshop A is like an introduction into basic, but it's nothing compared to it for the most part. Honestly, it is actually similar in like a tiny bit. So basically, like when you're in workshop A, it's kind of like dipping your toes into the pool before you jump into basic. Does that make sense? When I was in workshop A, my experience was very, very pleasant. I had such a great time when I was there. My teacher was so cool. He was like the dopest, like he was so cool. He was like the coolest, and he was super chill, super fun, super full of energy all the time, and it was like the greatest thing ever. I was so happy that he was my teacher. He also, like, you know, what I appreciated about him was that he kept the energy up. Like, even though sometimes it was things that were like so like, I wouldn't do this on a daily basis. It's like being in there is like, sis, you better put your little ego aside and you better start doing these things, you know, because it's just so fun. Like, honestly, it's just such an environment where, like, if you think that you have an expressive emotion and expressive attitude and charisma and character, like, that's just like the place to be, you know, because nobody judges you. Like, you're all doing the same thing, and it's honestly, I 100% recommend workshop A. So basically what they teach you is like the fundamentals of the Groundlings, so then that way when you learn that, you're able to move on, and like when they see you perform every single core value that they have, they can be like, okay, yeah, okay, you can pass. And so then when you learn that, it's just like, oh my god, I'm a Groundlings out, and it's just great. I don't know, I really like it. Workshop A is just like a little dip in the poo. It's kind of like a okay, you know, let's see what this is about, and you know, this is what this is about. It's super chill, and I love it. I love it. Also depends on your teacher a lot. So moving on to the audition. Audition is 1 day. It's less than like, it says it's 2 hours max, but it's honestly like 30 minutes, okay? Because like there's like a group of people together, and I'm gonna say, I forgot how many people it was, to be honest, but it was about like 10 of us maybe. Audition is free as well, actually. It also tells you to take a headshot. I forgot mine, and they were just like, it's okay, like it doesn't really matter, like it's fine if you forget it. Because I was like, literally, I live like about 40 to 50 minutes away from the Groundlings, and so I was like literally like at the corner to about to get there, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot my hotel. And so then when I got there, I was like, I'm so sorry, like I really am. And they were just like, it's okay girl, like it's fine, like honestly we just asked for it because, you know, we want to be able to remember who was who, but we have your information anyway. So I'm like, cool. So I'm gonna be reading off what I wrote because that's literally what it is. You perform twice. So you go up once with someone, and then that someone sits down. I'm gonna like, okay, so then you go up once with someone, and then that someone sits down, and then you perform with someone else. So you're still here and somebody else comes up, and then when you go sit down, another person comes up, but the person that you perform with last stays. Does that make sense? But that's basically how it is. Person A, you're person A, and then there's a person B. So then person B sits down, person C comes up. Then person C stays here, and then person A, as in you, goes down, and then somebody else, like person D or E or F, whatever, comes up. And that's basically how the audition goes. But you have to perform it twice, and the teacher gives you like a scenario, and you have to be able to perform it, etc., etc. So then after you're done with the audition, you can't leave until everybody performs, which, you know, is only right, because that's kind of like not fair. So it takes about 1 to 2 business days for you to find out if you passed or not. I found out the same day, thank God. But I know that, and I think it also depends on like the day you take it, because I have a friend who, he took it I think like on Friday, and he didn't, the school isn't really, like the school isn't open on weekends. I think he wasn't able to get his information until like the next week or something, but I could be wrong. But you know, that's what I know of so far. And they tell you either you passed or you didn't. So yeah, thankfully I passed. How? God knows how. I just did. I was honestly so nervous. It was crazy, but I mean, it was really chill, the audition. The teachers also, like the instructor's super chill as well. And now we move on to basic, and I know this video is gonna be so long, and I'm so sorry, but it's because I'm talking about 3 different ones. Like if it was just one thing, that would be shorter. Okay, basic is 6 weeks. It's 12 sessions, and it's 3.5 hours each session. It's definitely zoom in real quick. Definitely an upgrade from workshop A. 100%. Oh, by the way, from workshop A, look what I got. How cool, huh? You get a little certificate saying that you pass. It's a huge upgrade from workshop A. It's insane. It's just like you get there and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? And I think it also 100% depends on your teacher, because yeah. So it has its similarities as far as a lot of the exercises that you would do in workshop A, but they're just a lot more intense. And they make you use your creativity intensely. I wrote it and I'm reading it because I'm glad that I'm saying this. And the reason that I said it earlier about depending on your teacher was just because, you know, a lot of them from basic and workshop A, they're definitely, there's a huge difference, because when you're in workshop A, like what they're trying to do mainly is motivate you and get you out of your comfort zone, you know, just make you feel like, look girl, it's okay, like, or you know, we're all here doing the same thing, and it's true. But when you move on to basic, it's kind of like we're not playing any more games, you know what I mean? Like at the same time, like we are, because we want you to, like, you know, be able to use your creativity, but it's not the same as workshop A, where workshop A is more like for anyone who, like, you know, I had people in my class who wanted to take Groundlings because they wanted to just step out of their comfort zone. Some of them actually wanted to pursue in acting. Some of them were left their jobs and like they just wanted to be used, like, you know, get out of that, like, you know, bad vibes of their job and just something more fun. So it's like, it's not always for like, it's workshop A is more for like anyone, the common folk. Basic is now you're really strict about acting, and we're gonna get you there. And you know, it does it does get you there. All right, so moving on, when you are performing a scene by yourself, they require you, they say on a scale from 1 to 10, I want you to be 12. So it's like, oh, am I a 7 and am I, no sis, you have to be a 12. Like, brother, sister, whoever's watching this, you need to be at a 12 all the time. You can't always just be like, okay, now pretend like you're dancing. No, you at the Groundlings are, oh yeah, that's a 12. And I know I look really ridiculous, but that's comedy, because I'm pretty sure you guys are making fun of me right now. Yeah, and it definitely has a lot to do with your teacher as well, I wrote, because it does. Basically what I just said, that I can't say that they're all the same because of the difference between workshop A and basic. It's like there's a huge difference. So going back to performing by yourself, you definitely have to use your creativity to the max. Basically. So don't be afraid to take risks. This is a huge one, huge, crucial, because at the end of the day it's improv, and so you're making these things up on the spot, you know what I mean? And so even if you think that something might be so crazy, do it, okay? Because there it's like the crazier the better, I guess you can say, because you're making it up. Like everything, basically what you're saying is right. So if you sell it, they buy it. That's one of the quotes that I will never forget my teacher saying. Like, if you sell it, they'll buy it. And it's true, because it's not how you sell it, it's not what you sell, it's how you sell it. That's another good one. And it's like, oh my god, you're right, you're right. As far as like thinking that like, oh my god, I might not be funny or whatever, it doesn't really matter if you're funny or not, or you shouldn't always strive to be funny. Honestly, they teach you so many techniques there where like they kind of don't want you to be funny, but it's just at the end of the day, what you do ends up being funny. Okay, so that's why you shouldn't really worry about like, will I be funny enough? You will. Promise. I promise. I promise. So like, for example, let's say you're in a class and you're like with a bunch of other people, and then this person is so funny and everybody's always laughing when they go up, but when you go up and they're not laughing as much, that's what I'm gonna be concluding with, is that when you're in basic and any other class that you're in, like it doesn't really matter who moves on faster than the other, because at the end of the day, you're all there for one goal, which is to become better actors within yourselves. And so being there, one thing that I learned was definitely, you know, it did bring up some insecurities when I would go up and people wouldn't laugh as much as if somebody else went up, and it's understandable, you know what I mean? Because like sometimes there's just those days where you're just not 100% there, and you can definitely show it, but like it doesn't matter. Like you shouldn't feel like, oh god, I suck, like I'm never gonna make it, because we're all there for the same reason. And so I definitely truly believe that you should never let yourself get discouraged, because people that are not gonna like what you do, and there's gonna be people that are gonna love what you do. So, and with that being said, I'm gonna shut up now, and I think I'm gonna conclude. So thank you very much for watching. If y'all would like to continue to see more stuff of me, let me know. You are able to like this video, you're able to comment what you would like to see next, because I definitely do want to continue making more videos, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I think that breaking the ice with something like this, something informative, which is one of my main goals with this channel, is you know, great, because I've always, like, I remember before I started the Groundlings, I would go on YouTube and I'd be like, okay, you know, let's see. I'll be like, okay, let me see your experience with the Groundlings. What did you go through? How is it gonna be like? And so I think that these are very useful. Maybe mine probably isn't that much because I don't know how I talk, but I'm just going off based off my experience. And hopefully it's useful. Hopefully it's useful and it's not just me blabbing away. So let me know if you guys want to see more of this, and I will be more than happy to provide you with some content. Okay, okay. Alrighty guys, see you next time. Sorry, my phone is right here and the treasure plane. Okay, so what you want, sis? Oh my god. All right, whatever. So basically we move on to basic. Oh my god. Oh, we move on to basic.